Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will be looking at AQA AS Psychology 2023 Paper 1 Exemplar Answers for Social Influence, which you need to know for AQA A-Level Psychology. I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful. Let's get started. Please note that these answers have been produced with knowledge of the mark scheme but have not been approved by the mark scheme themselves. There are 3 assessment objectives, AOs, in psychology. In this video they are color-coded. AO1 Knowledge, purple. AO2 Application, blue. AO3 Evaluation, red and green. In AS there are 12 mark questions, instead of 16 mark questions. For the purpose of this video and to avoid confusion for A-Level, the 12 mark questions have been turned into 16 mark questions. Question 1. Outline informational social influence as an explanation for conformity. 3 marks. Informational social influence, ISI, is about information and a desire to be right. It occurs when an individual accepts information from others as evidence about reality because humans have a need to be accepted but also the need to feel confident that their perceptions and beliefs as right. It can occur in situations that are ambiguous where it isn't clear what is right, where decisions have to be made quickly, where an individual cannot rely on an objective test, comparing against facts, or where one person or a group is regarded as having more expertise. It is associated with internalization, where an individual changes both their public behavior and their private beliefs, on a long-term basis. An individual's conformity in public behavior and private beliefs is the result of an individual adopting a new belief system, because they genuinely believe that their new behaviors and beliefs are right. A teacher asked her class for a volunteer to talk to future A-Level students. The teacher asked Sarah first, but she refused. The teacher then asked Emily to help. Question 2. Use your knowledge of resistance to social influence to explain Emily's likely response to the teacher's request. 3 marks. Emily is likely to resist the teacher because she is influenced by Sarah's refusal, and therefore Sarah acts as social support for Emily and gives her the confidence she needs to only resist. A teacher investigated students' attitudes to the school's uniform rules. The school consisted of students from years 7 to 11, with 100 students in each year. She conducted interviews individually with 10 students. One of the questions in the interview was, "How many times have you been told off for not following the school's uniform rules this term?" The results from this question are shown in Table 1. Table 1 Number of times each student had been told off that term. Question 3. Explain why the median would be a more appropriate measure of central tendency than the mean for the data in Table 1. 2 marks. The median would be a more appropriate measure of central tendency than the mean because there is a large anomalous result in the dataset, as student 9 has been told off 25 times. This would distort the mean, but the median is not affected by this. Question 4. Explain how the sample of 10 participants could have been obtained from the students at the school using stratified sampling. 4 marks. First, the strata would need to be identified in the population, which is the different year groups. 2 participants would then need to be obtained from each year group. A random sampling method would then need to be used to select a sample. Each student in each year group could be assigned a number and all the number could be placed into a hat to select 2 random students from each year group. Question 5. Investigator effects sometimes occur in interviews. Explain 2 modifications that would help to minimize investigator effects in this study. 4 marks. One modification that could be made to this study is using a double-blind technique. Have an interviewer who did not know the aims of the study so that they would not let their own expectations influence how they ask the interview questions. A second modification that could be made to this study is using open-ended questions and avoid using leading questions so that the students are less likely to be led and are able to give a more detailed and accurate explanation of their views in their own words. Maya wants to encourage the workers in her office to use their own reusable cups at work, rather than the disposable paper cups provided by the company. Question 6. Explain how Maya might show either commitment or flexibility to persuade the workers to change their behavior. 2 marks. Maya might show commitment by placing herself at some inconvenience. For instance, she may volunteer to buy some reusable cups. This will draw more attention to her cause. Augmentation principle. Question 7. Briefly outline 3 findings from AQA's research into conformity. 3 marks. 75% of participants conformed at least once during the experiment. 25% of participants never conformed. 1% of incorrect answers were genuine mistakes. Question 8. Explain one limitation of AQA's research into conformity. 3 marks. A limitation of AQA's research is that his study lacked population validity. The sample consisted of college students. Students often care more about what others think of them compared to the older generation, and therefore are more likely to be affected and influenced by social pressures. This is a limitation because it suggests that the findings of the study cannot be generalized to the wider population and the older generation who may be less worried about fitting in. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Bye.